Coming up on 5 Minute News. Trump calls to suspend US Constitution over 2020 election. High-profile anti-Semites in danger of normalizing hate. And China eases some COVID restrictions after protests. It's Monday, December 5. I'm Anthony Davis. The disgraced former President Donald Trump faced rebuke on Sunday from officials in both parties after calling for the termination of parts of the Constitution over his lie that the 2020 election was stolen. Trump, who announced last month that he is running again for president, made the claim over the weekend on his Truth social media platform. Incoming House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries on Sunday described Trump's statement as strange and extreme and said Republicans will have to make a choice whether to continue embracing Trump's anti-democratic views. Asked about Trump's comments on Sunday, Representative Mike Turner of Ohio, the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, said he vehemently disagrees and absolutely condemns the remarks, saying they should be a factor as Republicans decide who should lead their party in 2024. Republican Representative-elect Mike Lawler also objected to the remarks, saying it was time to stop focusing on the grievances of prior elections. Trump's comments came after Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, said he would reveal how Twitter engaged in free speech suppression leading up to the 2020 election. But files released on Friday, which focused on the tech company's confused response to a story about Joe Biden's son Hunter, do not show Democrats trying to limit the story. A surge of anti-Jewish vitriol spread by a world-famous rapper, an NBA star, and other prominent people is stoking fears that public figures are normalizing hate and ramping up the risk of violence in a country already experiencing a sharp increase in antisemitism. Leaders of the Jewish community in the US and extremist experts have been alarmed to see celebrities with massive followings spew anti-Semitic tropes in a way that has been taboo for decades. Some said it harkens back to a darker time in America when powerful people routinely spread conspiracy theories about Jews with impunity. Disgraced former President Trump hosted a Holocaust-denying white supremacist at Mar-a-Lago. The rapper Ye expressed love for Adolf Hitler in an interview and was suspended from Twitter for posting a Nazi symbol merged with a Jewish Star of David. Basketball star Kyrie Irving appeared to promote an anti-Semitic film on social media, whilst neo-Nazi trolls are clamoring to return to Twitter as far-right operative Elon Musk grants amnesty to suspended accounts as its new owner. Northwestern University history professor Peter Hayes, who specializes in Nazi Germany and the Holocaust, said normalizing anti-Semitism is a real possibility when there is a public discussion of things that used to be beneath contempt. Nick Fuentes was a Boston University student when he attended a white nationalist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, that erupted in violence in 2017. He became an internet personality who used his platform to spread white supremacist and anti-Semitic views. Jonathan Greenblatt, National Director and CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, said it is astonishing and alarming that two of the nation's leading purveyors of anti-Semitism were breaking bread with the erstwhile head of the GOP. China on Sunday reported 2 additional deaths from COVID-19 as some cities moved cautiously to ease anti-pandemic restrictions following increasingly vocal public frustrations. Concerns over vaccination rates are believed to figure prominently in the ruling Communist Party's determination to stick to its hardline strategy. While 9 in 10 Chinese have been vaccinated, only 66% of people over 80 have received one shot, while 40% have received a booster, according to the Commission. Given those figures and the fact that relatively few Chinese have built up antibodies by being exposed to the virus, some fear millions could die if restrictions were lifted entirely. Yet an outpouring of public anger appears to have prompted authorities to lift some of the more onerous restrictions, even as they say the zero-COVID strategy, which aims to isolate every infected person, is still in place. The demonstrations, the largest and most widely spread in decades, erupted on November 25th after a fire in an apartment building in the northwestern city of Urumqi killed at least 10 people. That set off angry questions online about whether firefighters or victims trying to escape were blocked by locked doors or other antivirus controls. The country saw several days of protests across cities, including Shanghai and Beijing, with protesters demanding an easing of COVID-19 curbs. Some demanded Chinese President Xi Jinping step down, an extraordinary show of public dissent in a society over which the ruling Communist Party exercises near total control. Beijing and some other Chinese cities announced that riders can board buses and subways without a virus test for the first time in months. You can subscribe to 5-Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5-Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5-Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.